We're standing here with Dwight Little, director of one of my favorite installments of the Halloween franchise, Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. How are you, buddy?
Doing good. We love Dread Central.
Yeah, Dread Central is the best. And so how does it feel being here, so long after the film has come out, it came out in 84, if I remember. 88.
Yeah.
And how excited are you to see it immortalized as a haunted attraction in such a grandiose fashion?
What an honor, right? Because they could have picked a lot of movies, and they picked ours, and it's a real honor. And we think that we found something in Halloween 4 with the sisters, with Jamie and Rachel. There was a bond that brought a lot of people into the character, gave it a lot of heart. And so it's a memorable movie, and it's it's a great honor.
Absolutely. And I remember hearing Mustafa Akkad saying that it was his favorite in the franchise. And so, how does that make you feel knowing that, like, the godfather of the Halloween franchise liked your film the best?
I don't know what to say. It's just spectacular. We worked really hard on it, but I'm not sure we knew it was going to live the way it did.
And is this a bit of a reunion for you since Danielle Harris is going to be here?
She's right down here.
Oh, she's right there. Now, have you seen her since the film, since she was small?
A couple times, but over the years I have run into Danielle a couple times. She's very pregnant, as you know. Yeah.
So was there one memorable anecdote of working on Halloween 4 that you could share with us? For me, Donald Pleasance is one of my favorite actors. How incredible was it to work on that film with him? I think some of his dialogue in that one in particular was some of my favorite in the whole franchise.
And you should talk to Alan McElroy. He'll be coming along. He's the writer, if you get a chance. One real quick story. So it was 4 in the morning. Everybody's freezing cold. And we were shooting a lot of different coverage, and we were all so cold and distracted that no one noticed that Donald Pleasance had a hat on in every single shot. So finally the script supervisor said and we had to stop and we had to reshoot everything because it was obviously a huge problem.
Can't have Dr. Loomis with a hat on. I mean, he didn't. It was bald, but it still
was like 20 degrees out, and no one saw it. It was funny.
Now, I remember one of my favorite kills from the movie is when Michael was holding that guy up by his neck, and it looked so brutal. And from what I remember hearing, you guys didn't even really need to use prosthetics. It was just the way you manipulated the light. Can you explain to us how that sort of worked?
Is this the kill at the door, or do you remember, or in the ambulance?
After he smacks the shotgun out of the guy's hand, and then he grabs him by the neck, and
it was done on an apple box, which is pretty straightforward, where the actor stands, so he has complete control, and then he was able to lift up with the balls of his feet, to get himself up, and then they timed it. So in the eye, the actor could give him a signal to when to throw his neck over, and then when he threw his neck over, Michael could at the same time. Very low tech, very simple effect, and if he ever felt uncomfortable, he could just drop himself down. But sometimes those very simple solutions are the most effective. Absolutely.
And how was it working with George Wilbur, played Michael Myers in 4 and 6, from what I understand? How was it working with him? And can you remember anything that was really cool about?
Well, just that he was a very experienced stuntman. So his technical skills were excellent, and the way he moves. What I remember is he had a lumbering gait that felt really good.
Well, this isn't related to anything with horror, but I know you worked on Marked for Death, right?
Yes, that's right.
Now, it's not horror, but how scary was Steven Seagal to work with? Was he an intimidating figure, rather?
In those days, I don't know now, but his career was like going like this. Yeah. He was really becoming Steven Seagal, and he was in it to win it.
Yeah, absolutely. With 2017 and 2018 being such monumental years for horror, with box office success and critical success of films like It and Get Out, even getting attention from the Academy. Quiet Place. How does it feel knowing that a genre that you love is finally sort of getting the due credit that it's always deserved?
Well, it's getting back into the mainstream. It's not a niche thing. It's like a very mainstream, the good ones, right. Really. So that's fantastic. I do want to put a shout out for my Phantom of the Opera with Robert Englund, nice. Which is one of my personal favorites, which has held up really beautifully over the years. And of course, Robert Englund is another,
Freddie.
I don't know what to say about Robert. He's just a classic.
I remember, when I was looking at VHS videos when I was a young kid in the store, and that particular cover of the Phantom of the Opera with Robert Englund was really provocative and cool. I remember it got my attention.
I enjoyed making that one too.
Awesome. Well, it's been an honor talking with you. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you, Dwight. Yeah, take care.
Bye-bye.